Channel, this is Albert speaking. So now in this video, I'm going to explain why retelling is the most important and effective way to improve your spoken English. Because I bet a lot of people have been searching for methodology for learning English for quite a long time. They think if you want to improve your spoken English, all you have to do is just speak as much as you can. You can speak English with your friends. You can speak English with other people who can speak English, like find a foreign teacher, something like that. Which is partially right, because I believe that spoken English is a skill, it's not knowledge, and it's a skill. Then I think if you want to improve your skill, you have to practice your skill deliberately. For example, if you want to practice your basketball skills, like the shooting skills or layup skills, you have to train it thousands of times until you're able to do it without having to rely on your consciousness and things like that. English is basically the same thing. If you want to speak fluent English, you have to train your English a lot of times until you are able to speak English without having to think so much, right? So that's why I think if you just speak as much as you can, or if you just find somebody to speak English, because you don't train your English deliberately, so in the end you may feel comfortable speaking English, but you will still feel stuck in speaking English because you have no idea what you're trying to say, or you have no idea how to express yourself like accurately. And I totally know how hard it is to improve your spoken English if you live in China, because in China we barely speak English with other people. We speak Chinese. Even I barely speak English with people around me. I only speak English when I have classes. I speak English with my students, right? So I know that's going to be really hard. I deeply relate to it. But I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean we're not able to learn English well. If you want to improve your spoken English, if you live in China, there's still one way out, which is retelling. And let me explain what is retelling. Retelling is pretty simple. Basically, you can turn on anything that you want to watch, TV series, movies, or stand-up comedies, and you turn them on, you watch them, and you try to like look some words that you don't know up in the dictionary, write them down in notes or memorize them, and then after you have a clear idea of what this video is all about, you try to retell the whole video on your own, in your own words. And definitely you're gonna feel stuck in expressing or describing the content in the video, and then you can go back watching the video once again and try to do it by yourself once again. So this is the process of retelling. Basically, retelling is the technique that we use to improve both our listening skills and our speaking skills. If you want to speak fluent English, you definitely need to have a huge amount of input, because that's how it works. So that's why we use retelling as a technique for us to improve our spoken English. Before we speak, we need to spend the majority of our time listening to materials, trying to get a grasp of it, and then we start to speak, which makes the whole process a lot easier for us because we know exactly what we should express. And even though we may feel stuck in expressing the content or describing what it's all about, we can go back, watching the whole video once again, and then we will understand the video in depth, and it's going to be easier for us to express. So that's why I think retelling is definitely one of the greatest methodologies for us to improve not only our listening skills, but also our spoken skills. There's no rule for this methodology. If you want to improve your spoken English, you can find any material that you enjoy watching. And last year, I picked Modern Family to improve my spoken English and my listening skills. I have spent 3 months watching that TV series, and I've learned so much from that. Whether it be authentic vocabulary, expressions, or idioms, like the TV series is like resource bank where I can learn so much. And that's why I want to make this video, to share with you guys what did I do to improve my spoken English, and you guys can do exactly what I did before. And I firmly believe that you guys can make a huge progress along the way. So basically that's for today's video, and the next video probably I'm gonna show you guys how to use retelling to improve your spoken English, like what's the specific step to do that. And if there's something that you should be aware of before doing this, probably they're going to be my next video. And if you're interested, please stay tuned. I'm going to see you guys in the next video.